Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I did a nighttime taste challenge earlier. I forgot I had this bottle. This is 10 High. I got a third of it left. 10 High Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey, a blend. This was $9.99 at Mathern's. They had two bottles left. I got one. My friend David got one. As you can see, sour mash, Kentucky. See if it'll focus here. Not trying to focus. There it goes. Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey, a blend. Age 4 years, it says on the neck. Age 4 years or more. There's Hiram Walker with his foot up on the barrel. Says since 1879. Okay, no, since 1934. Story is the Hiram Walker Distilling Company started in 1879, and they created 10 High in 1934, but it was sold to Barton. And it still says on the bottle, Barton Distilling Company, Owensboro, Kentucky, Bardstown, Kentucky, Los Angeles, California. That's where it's bottled. Kentucky, 2 spots, Los Angeles, California. I forgot to put that. I forgot about that. So it's 80 proof. The blend ratio is not 80-20. I don't know what I was thinking. It's 51-41. Can't be 80-20 for bourbon. Oh, boy. All right. 51% straight bourbon whiskey and 49% grain neutral spirits, unaged. The 4-year age is the straight bourbon. Okay. Both are sour mash Kentucky bourbon whiskeys. Kentucky bourbon whiskeys. Okay, got it straight now. So some of it's sent to California and bottled, or it was sent to California and bottled, because the new 10 High doesn't mention anything about California. So there you go, $9.99. If you can find it, you might find an older bottle like this. I think I saw these at Savannah Discount 2 days ago. I think they had this older version. It's got a nice cream colored cap. Now the competitor, now it's dark, but it could have coloring added because blended bourbon is allowed to have coloring and flavoring added. But it doesn't say anything about coloring or flavoring. And Sazerac, who owns Barton, they're usually pretty good about saying if it's got coloring or flavoring added. I mean, they just tend to mention that. You know, not say they always do, but here's Jim Beam Black, 8-year aged. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, also sour mash, introduced in 1992, but discontinued in 2015 and replaced with a new Jim Beam Black Extra Age, not sour mash, which I do intend to buy at one point in the future. We don't know when in the future. Here's a big handle bottle, got it for $32.99. Still available. Not still made, hasn't been made for 8 years, going on 9 years, but it is still available. I know one store, International Market, still has it, has the regular bottles, regular size bottles, and the big handles. So if you want to get it, you can get yourself down to Metairie, Louisiana, go to Barron Street, go to International Market in their liquor section, and you can get it because there was many bottles. And it's amazing. The store is amazing because it's food from all over the world. And the liquor section is amazing. Robert, the Whiskey Scout, said, man, it's unreal. He just couldn't get over it. For instance, you can get full-size bottles of Southern Comfort Tabasco Barrel. It's a Southern Comfort, that whiskey liqueur. But it's aged in Tabasco barrels. That was a collaboration they did with Tabasco McElhenney Company up until 2016. They've got bottles and bottles. Must be 100 bottles. And you can get it for $1.99 a bottle. Full size. If you buy 2 bottles. Well, oh no, it's going to cost you $4. Okay. Buy one, get one free. Dylan Heaton says, hey, Ron, how's it going? Oh, really nice. Dylan, about to go walking again out in that beautiful weather. It's cold, but it's sunny. So pretty. Okay, I'm not going to look, but you can look and you'll probably see that one is darker. And the one that's darker is going to be your Johnny Walker, your Jim Beam Black. Almost said Johnny Walker Black. All right. And I should have done this one before I did the current 10 high, but I forgot I had this bottle. Now, I say the current. This might still be produced. Okay? Because there's no website for either one. So I don't know if Sazerac replaced it or they just have 2 10 highs concurrent. Wouldn't be surprised with that company because that company is a little strange to start with. They do unusual things. So I don't mean strange in a bad way. I just mean strange. Like it's unusual. You can't figure them out. Oh, I can't. Yeah, charred oak here. Charred oak and some rich barley malt, you know what I'm saying? Bold corn, sweet corn and barley. Corn, at least. I don't know if you can smell sweetness, but over here, you get some sweet corn, you get a little charred oak, but it's low, very low profile. So on the nose, on the smell, I think that's got to be the Jim Beam Black, but I don't know for sure. We're gonna go for the taste, but I'm pretty sure. It seems to be the case that they gave me. All right. It's got all your standard features. Got your 86 proof, giving it some good body. Got your charred oak, a little creme brulee, even, believe it or not. Sweet corn, honeysuckle, medium body, medium dry finish. I really do not know. I don't know, or I should better express it as I don't understand how somebody could taste this product and say it's bad. I just don't understand that. You say, I'm a bourbon lover, and you try this and say, oh, that's terrible, horrible. I don't get it. I don't even know how you can say it's just average, run-of-the-mill, ho-hum. It's a really nice product. It's a shame they stopped making it. Maybe they sell it overseas in some stores. I don't know. Did I see Jim Beam when I was in last month when I was in England, Spain, British Gibraltar, and Spanish Africa? Did I see Jim Beam? Saw it everywhere. Every store sold Jim Beam. And you well know every store sold Jack Daniels. Every liquor outlet I ever entered sold Jack Daniels. But I didn't see any Jim Beam variants to my recollection. I don't recall seeing Jack Daniels variants except at the fancy airport in London. And in fact, they had Jack Daniels variants there that you could only buy at the airport. Of course, then you got to figure out how to ship it home, you see, but that's your problem. But yeah, they had amazing stuff there. But Jim Beam was just a regular old Jim Beam. Good prices too. But so I don't recall seeing any other variants. 10 high, I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Saw a lot of Southern Comfort though. Oh man. Southern Comfort everywhere. Mainly the standard one, not the black, not the bottled and bond. Oh, I'm sorry, the 100 proof that is not declared bottled and bond. Or any of the weird variants. No, but they had a lot of Southern Comfort. So it must be popular in Europe, you would assume. In Africa, there was on shelf. Naturally, everybody had Johnny Walker Red Label. You know that. I know that. American people know that. And then they had some other strange Scotch whiskeys I never heard of. I said, what in the world is this stuff? I never heard of it, but it was cheap. $4.99 a bottle in Gibraltar. $4.99 a bottle for Scotch. It was like called Elizabeth Scotch or yeah, something like that. I said, look at this cheap old brand. And it was probably made by some big company, you know, like it might be some big company like Diageo that makes it, but they don't want to put the name on it. So they come up with some alias name, you know, like Mediterranean Specialty Spirits of Aberdeen, Scotland, or Edinburgh, Scotland, or like Mediterranean, Scotland. But you know what I'm saying? So I was tempted to buy one of those for $4.99 and just try to drink it all, you know, in a few days. But I was like, I don't need all this liquor. I didn't drink any liquor on the trip, in fact. But I wanted to make a video of that just to see. Is it bad? Might have been good. I don't know. It was like somebody on a horse or something. But they had a bunch of them. Every liquor store had these things. Like, oh man, the cheapest stuff. You know. It was, and then of course they had very expensive liquors too, thousands of dollars a bottle, 3, 4, 6,000, 10,000. Very secured, very protected in the store, but amazing. You could have gotten caught up in that, you know. All right, so that's got to be the black. That creme brulee is so clearly evident. Okay, I'm calling 10 high. Got it. Uh, so the previous 10 high, or it still may be made. See, I can't say. So I think, but I don't know. So what do we think about the previous version, if not still produced version of 10 high? And I say with the man on the bottle. I always tell people, look for the man on the bottle. It doesn't have an eagle, it has the man with whiskey barrels, and he has a dog with him. A man, a dog, Kentucky sour mash, and it says 10 high on the barrel, and he's holding up a whiskey glass. Looked like a beer glass, but whiskey glass. He's got a vest, little tie, you know, those old time ties, long sleeve shirt, boots. Nice pen and ink drawing. 1879. It's Hiram Walker. He was a real person. He was not one of these made up, obscure people that they just went and found about so they could stick it on the label. No, he's a real guy that started a real company that was really in business till not that long ago. Boy, if this thing would focus, I'd be happy. Yeah. So, like I said, may not be produced anymore. This version, 10 highs on the shelves at Walmart today. It was all over the store in the liquor section. May not be produced anymore, but may still be produced. But at least I got the bottle. All right. That's the second bottle I bought in my life. Okay, let's look at the comments. Dylan Heaton says, hey, Ron, how's it going? It's cold over here in the Twin Cities, but at least we don't have snow. Glad to hear that. Snow is a bummer to me. Other people like snow, you know. They're dreaming of a white Christmas. I always dream of a warm Christmas. Or I can wear shorts. Burley Sullivan says, you. Hello, Burley. Maxwell says, Privet. Hello to you, Maxwell, in the Russian Federation. Peace to you all. I don't know how y'all feel about bourbon whiskey or, you know, different types of bourbon, but anyway, this is a straight Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey over here, and this is a Kentucky blended bourbon over here. Both styles of bourbon, for good or ill, whatever you think about it, it's up to you. I mean, yeah, the Jim Beam Black is better. To me, it's a better product. Um, Price wise, you're looking at about $17.99. I'm saying if you find these old bottles, I know where to find them. I'm just saying I know where to find them. $17.99. And if you could track down this product, and you can probably track it down, but it would be very difficult. Um, but like I said, Matherin's had it, and they didn't change the price, old or new, same or current or older type. It's $9.99. The price is still $9.99. Um, I'm not saying you should go out and search for it. I'm not saying that. I say if you look around, casually, if you're shopping, you might see it, and it's not terribly unlikely that you will see it. Uh, you almost assuredly going to see the regular 10 high with the eagle. Just think the eagle is the one that you're going to see everywhere. The man on the label is the one that's going to be a difficult thing. But you might say, I've been looking for Four Roses blended whiskey, cannot find it, and hadn't been produced for 20 years, 21 years. So I guess I'll never find it. But I've been looking. I say hasn't been produced. Well, it probably hasn't been produced. You know how that works. You might go to Uruguay, to Montevideo, and go to a liquor store and say, hey, this is a brand new bottle of Ezra Brooks blended, 80 proof, white label. See what I'm saying? There used to be an Ezra Brooks 80 proof blended whiskey. Straight bourbon. Sorry, I meant to say straight bourbon. Now their opening act, if you look at Ezra Brooks' website, their opening act, their flagship is 99 proof. Ezra Brooks 99 proof. Walmart got it all day long. Black label. But I know where to find the 80 proof in more than one bottle. And I just might buy it because I do like that price. You say, well, what's the point? Can't nobody get it? Who's going to watch the videos? Here's the point. If I can find it, that means a lot of other people can probably find it. Here, there, obscure places around the United States. I got to examine the bottle, try to figure it out. But I know what I saw Tuesday. Said Ezra Brooks, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It looked like an old label design from some like in the early 90s. Very clearly said 80 proof. Didn't check the age statement. Don't know what it was. Probably 4 years. So those are the things I'm really trying to track. I got the Ezra Brooks rye, the old rye. Found that. Now I found that. See, there's an example. I found that. I can't remember the store. I think it was Keith's. That could have been Broadway. I don't know. I found it. They don't make it anymore. They got a new Ezra Brooks rye, but I got the older one. So if I found it, that means I could find that blended one day. The blended, the white label. Look what I found. I found Calvert Extra blended. No grain spirits, all bourbon, all blended whiskeys. Found it at international market for $8.99, or was it $9.99? I think it was $8.99. That was a very bizarre product to find. It was covered with filth. I had to come home and wash it with soap and warm water. I think that bottle must have rolled underneath a shelf area one day in 1995, and it stayed there until they renovated the store. I think that really is what happened. But I got it. Okay, now let's close this out. Jim Beam Black, can't go wrong with that. I say I stand by it, and I don't even work for them. But I think it's a really great product. I'm talking about the 8-year. I've never tried the extra. So if you see the Jim Beam Black 8-year for a reasonable price, like I got it for $32.99, I would highly recommend that you buy it. Highly recommend it. It's like a little trip back in time, 10 high. Well, now I wouldn't go searching this out. I wouldn't make an effort to go find it. But if you run across it, I'd get it. $9.99. What about $11.99? I'd go to $11.99, but I wouldn't go higher. $12.99, I'd leave it. It's got that Sazerac flavor though. You know, it's kind of funny, like when you think about it. But if you ever drink Buffalo Trace, and I didn't see Buffalo Trace anywhere on that European African trip, by the way. I don't think I saw anything made by them except for the Southern Comfort. But there's like a house style with those people. If you ever drink a Buffalo Trace product, if it's Old Charter, Stedman Select, Ancient Age, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, whatever it is, it seemed like they have a similar flavor. Like it's like Miller beers. You taste a Miller beer and you could say, what is that? It tastes like they all taste the same, but you can't describe. It's like, you know, they taste the same, but you can't explain why. You know, it's that kind of experience. And Jim Beam, maybe they're the same, but the Buffalo Trace, in this case Barton, but it's still under Buffalo Trace umbrella. They have that commonality to them, and it's hard to describe. All right, if anybody wants to see what I bought today for a great deal, I would say a great deal. I'll show you. If not, you'll see it one day, hopefully, God willing, in the future. But I could show you what I bought. It was pretty interesting. But anyway, if not, I'll close it out going once, close it out going twice, and go. Guma says show it. Okay. All right. Put these back up. We'll do another taste challenge on the weekend, I guess. I would hope. Now, if we talk about Buffalo Trace and Sazerac, this fits because this is from Barton 1792 Distillery, which is owned by Barton. Common Sense Barton. And I bought a $5.99 bottle of Barton blended whiskey in Frankfort, Kentucky in 2017. True story. But this is Barton, Common Sense. But Barton is owned by Sazerac, and Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace. And there it is, small batch, which doesn't mean much, but small batch, 90 proof, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, Stedman Select. This is the new product for 2023. Look at that here. $9.98 at Walmart. $9.98. It was actually cheaper than the handle, which is very rare. Usually the handle is cheaper per ounce if you buy the big bottle. But in this case, it was cheaper per ounce to buy the smaller bottle, the standard bottle, which is what I did. Now, how you like that? Now I've got two Stedman Select. Now I got the 86 proof, the older version, and now I got the 90 proof. And I think this aged 3 years also. It could be 4 years. Yeah, wow, what a price. Straight Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. The miracle known as the Sazerac Company. All right, thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.